everybody, Meredith here again. I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is going to be a short one, but it is a reaction kind of to some questions I've been getting lately from friends and family about them wanting to get back into cross stitching or start it and try it. And so I thought, what better way than I'm a visual learner than make a video. So I'm making a video so that they can all watch it and see, and hopefully maybe it'll encourage somebody else to get going if they've been wanting to do cross stitch too. Give them some ideas of what they might need. So the first thing I would recommend, there's two ways you could go about this. You can buy a kit, and I'll talk about that at the beginning of when I'm at Hobby Lobby. You can buy a kit and have everything you need. And so that's a really good way to get started. The second one is if you're gonna buy a pattern. So I buy all my patterns mostly off of Etsy. I have a whole cross stitching playlist and I will link that down below so you can see the different types of patterns that I do. The thing that I love about Etsy is that you can get something geared towards your style. I like more modern style. I like a little bit more, modern style than what I see in the stores. And so that's where I kind of get my pattern. And then I go off of that for what I need. So those are the two ways, and I'm gonna go cover quickly over both of those, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. Those are the two things that I would kind of look at first. Which ones do you want to do? What pattern? So let's jump on in the video of me at Hobby Lobby. Here I am at Hobby Lobby. They have these great kits. What's so great about them is that you can get a small one for not that much money and has all your supplies right in that kit. So you're not having to do a lot of extra purchasing. So this is actually the first thing I would recommend starting with. You'll want to look for something small. Don't get something too elaborate if this is your first project. They do have bigger kits, but I would stick with something small just so that you don't overwhelm yourself. If you decide to find a pattern off of Etsy, you're going to need all those parts and pieces to get you going. The first thing you're going to want to look for is a bamboo hoop. Here I am at Michael's, and this is like the embroidery cross stitch aisle. The bamboo hoop is the wooden ones. Those are my favorites. You're going to need one that's about the size of the pattern that you're going to do, so probably something smaller to get you started. They have all sorts of types, the plastic and different things, but to get started, I would definitely do the bamboo one. The next thing you're going to need is fabric. Look to your pattern to see what kind of fabric they recommend. Most cross-stitch patterns are going to recommend an IATA 14 count. That is the fabric I would start with. That is the one that I recommend for beginners. It's easy to see the holes and see where you're supposed to be better on this fabric. This one comes in all sorts of colors, so you can kind of pick out what works best for your pattern. So look out for that in the cross-stitching aisle. You'll also want to look at the dimensions on the box itself and make sure that that is going to fit the pattern that you have. And if it's too big, you can always cut down the fabric for your pattern. The next thing is your DMC floss. So there's all sorts of colors for DMC floss. It's basically your thread. And your DMC floss is numbered. You'll see it on your pattern, all the different colors that you need by the number. Make sure you're looking for the DMC color. And you can see here 153, 154, 155. You'll want to verify. See, I picked 155 up under 153. So make sure you're double checking as you're buying. I do this all the time where I will find out what I'm looking for and then go back and verify that I picked up the right colors. You want to make sure you have the right colors. Okay, the last thing you're going to need is your needles. What I like is the DMC Tapestry needles in size 28. They are nice because they're a little more blunt, which is nice for cross stitch. You don't want anything too sharp. So what I always use is the Tapestry size 28. Okay, so there was one thing that I kind of forgot and kind of intentionally didn't put in. So it's embroidery scissors. They're just scissors that you're gonna need. These are made specifically for thread. However, if this is your first project and you're not sure if you're gonna get into this, I would not invest in embroidery scissors. I would use regular craft scissors like I have hanging up behind me here. If you get into the craft, you can expand your supplies then, but save your money. It's really not worth it. But if you are looking for these are always pretty much right next to the needles, and you can find them there. But other than that, that's really all you need to get yourself going. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them and love to help you out. Just write those comments down below. And if you have any other, want to look at patterns or things like that that are completed, or have other ideas on how to organize your cross stitch, all that stuff, I have a whole cross stitching playlist that I will link below, and I'd love for you to check those out as well. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week with a new video. Bye!